Dear friends, the pandemic disease COVID-19 has altered the pattern of our lives in a big way. Last few days I was listening to various people about their COVID affected lives. And each of them had their own views about the situation. I would like to share with you some of my reflections on the basis of my listening to these people. Let me begin with a small story. Once upon a time, there were two businessmen who had their own marble shops. In a big earthquake, their shops got collapsed and every piece of marble in the shops got damaged. Both of them incurred a heavy loss. The first person started lamenting over his fate and the misfortune. He got depressed and stopped going to his shop. The second person accepted the fact and pondered over the ways he could recover the loss. He asked himself, "What can I do with what I am left with?" He had this introspective question in his mind for some days. After a few days, he got an idea. The idea was to create something new and catchy from the broken pieces of marbles. Within no time, he started a new shop selling the statues and other artworks made out of the broken marble pieces. He could not only overcome the loss, but also found a new way of making better money. Beside his beautiful new shop still remained the debris of the first person's shop. The debris left behind and the new shop erected speaks a lot. The first shopkeeper was very much pessimistic, so he only thought about the loss he incurred. His pessimistic approach did not let him think of what good he could bring out with what he was left with. The second person was very much optimistic. He accepted what had happened to him and he started thinking about what he could do with what he was left with. And a new beautiful shop got erected in the same place where all his dreams got reduced into dust some time back. In our life too, we all face some setbacks at some point of time. Our future depends on how we respond to those situations. COVID-19 has brought lots of losses in the life of all of us. Many businessmen told me about the loss COVID-19 caused them. They lost their customers. Their stocks are stuck somewhere. Many people lost their jobs. Many are getting disturbed at the prospects of post-COVID trouble they foresee. We all lost many things. Now we all have two options. Either to be like the first man in the story who lamented over his fate, or to be like the second man who thought constructively about what he could do with what he was left with. Today, when the present situation keeps us locked in our houses, there is something precious we are left with. That is time. Precious time. If you are a businessman, at least once in your life, you might have thought, if I had some time to spare with, I would have been able to make effective business plans. Dear friend, God has given you the time you long for. Spend your time to make effective plans, to rise up like a phoenix bird. If you are a person who had forgone certain passion for some skills due to the hectic work schedule, there could be some moment you murmur, "If I had some time to spare." Dear friend, now you are blessed with sufficient time to nurture your passion. Do it with a vigorous spirit. You may not get this time again. Most of the working parents wish that they had some extra time to spend with their children. Dear parents, now they are with you and you have sufficient time. Nurture them well, make them feel that you live for them. One of the best things you can do for your children. I don't call COVID-19 a blessing, but I call the abundance of time we have now a blessing. Yes, we have this blessing. Let us become responsible people. Make better business plans, learn new skills, understand ourselves better, and foster our children well. Let us do this and come out with a better version of ourselves. Now the ball is in our court. Let each one of us decide what we should do with this precious thing we are left with these days. Dear students, while it may be tempting to hang out with friends more frequently during the extended break, it is wise to avoid any non-essential trips out of your home. Do your best to create a good timetable to stay up to date with your classes and assignments. Listen to the lectures, read your text, and have access to the school-provided resources. Use some of your free time to learn new skills or grow a garden. Helping others is the best medicine for mental and emotional well-being. So, enjoy helping your parents, especially elders at home. Find your own ways and means to be happy and make others happy. Do good and be good. Thank you. Best wishes to all.